Welcome back to my channel Data with Susan. Hope you are doing very well. In this video, we are going to understand the Azure Data Factory with these business scenario. Let us suppose we have a business scenario. Create a mapping to calculate the average salary for all employee and identify who earn less than average salary in their department. The result should include the column for employee ID, salary, average salary, and flag indicating if their salary is below average. For example, why is the below average salary? Use the employee table that is already loaded in Azure SQL. So let's go to Azure Data Factory portal to design this process. Here is the Azure Data Factory home page, and before going to design, I request you viewer to please subscribe this channel and like this video if you find this video helpful. So first review the source dataset which available in Azure SQL database. Here is the Azure SQL database demo database, and this is the server of my Azure SQL server. Okay. So here is the employee table, and we already select a star from employee table. If you run this, these are the data available in this table. Okay. So these are the employee ID, first name, last name, email, phone number, and here is the salary, and these are the department of each employee. Okay, and we want to calculate the average salary per department and flag it if salary is below average salary. So let's go to Azure Data Factory portal and design this process. So here is the home page. First we need to create a link service. So go to here manage tab and click on this linked service and create here. Navigate to this new button and click here and search here Azure SQL. You can search here many database. For example, Snowflake. If data available in Snowflake, you can choose here Oracle. Okay, you can also choose here SQL Server if on premises database. Okay, here is the SQL Server. So let's choose here Azure SQL because my database source database available in this Azure SQL. So continue. Name it ls for prefix link service, and I am choosing here integration runtime by default, version recommended, account selection method from Azure subscription. I am choosing here pay as you go. If you have any trial version, you can choose that. Server name, this is my server name for Azure SQL, and database demo database, and authentication type I am choosing SQL authentication. This is my username for Azure SQL, and type here password manually one more times. Okay, and click here to test connection first. Here is connection successful. So click this button to create link service. Here is link service created. We require only one link service for destination because we use here source table as a destination from Azure SQL, and destination is also Azure SQL. Now let's go to author tab to design this process. First we need to create here data set. So go to here, click on this three button to create data source data set. So new data set, my data set available in Azure SQL. So search here Azure SQL database, navigate to continue button and click this. Right here DS employee. Okay, search here link service which in previous step we create here, and select here table. Only we have only one table, so select this and import schema also. Click OK button below, minimize this, go to schema, all is good. If you want to preview, you can click here to preview your data set. Okay, so these are the data set. Here data set created in second step. First step we need to create link service, then second step we need to create data set. Now let's go to here data flow tab and navigate to this data flow and click on this three button and create here new data flow. By default data flow 1, I encourage you to write here meaningful name. For example, write here DF average employee salary. Okay, minimize this. First let's activate debug cluster for 1 hour. Here is data flow, debug cluster is now activated. So let's click on this add source to add source transformation that point to source dataset. So I am adding here source transformation. Name it output stream. You can name it other, but I am using here source one, default one dataset. Click on this and select here employee ds employee dataset, which create here dataset in second step. Okay, you can create as well from here clicking on new button. Okay, allow schema drift. Now configure source option. Here input is table, projection looking good. You can change here data type if you want. Optimization I am choosing by default. Inspect, you can see data type and column name, and click on this data preview and refresh this to see if you have any error. You can see here. So data fetching, you can see here the data available in source transformation and there is nothing error till now. So let's now go to here design canvas and click on this button to add a window transformation. We need to use here window transformation to calculate the average salary per department. Okay, so click on this and configure this window transformation. So I am selecting output stream name, which is window 1. You can write here some description. Incoming stream is source 1. Here is the source 1, and here let's configure this over is similar to partition by. So I am choosing here employee ID. Okay, let's choose here employee ID. No need to configure this sort. No need to configure here range by. Go to here window column tab and write here column name department average salary. Okay, click on this any button to open here data flow expression builder, and you can use here average and write here salary. Click on this salary column. If you go to here input schema and click this salary to automatic type here. Okay, so click on this optimization. I am choosing by default. Inspect, it's look good. Okay, data flow tab, click on this to see average salary per department. You can see here for departmental, this is same as average salary. For department 10, only one department, so this is the average salary as salary of employee. And for department 100, 8600 is the average salary of department 100 of all employee working in department 100. Okay, this is the average salary of employee which working on department 110. Okay, this is the average salary. Okay, so now let's go to next step and select here select transformation to select required column which we need to load in destination. So I am going to select setting configuration and delete unnecessary column. So I am deleting first name, last name. We need to not load to email, mobile number, hire date, job ID. We need here salary, so we keep it. Commission not need, manager ID not need, department also not need. Okay, as you can see in business scenario, we need here employee ID, salary, average salary and flag. So now let's go to here design canvas and click on this plus icon and select here filter transformation. Okay, to filter only below average salary. Okay, so go to here filter setting and incoming stream is select one and click on this, and we need here salary which is less than or below department average salary which created in previous step. Okay, so save this, and if you want to inspect, click on this data preview tab and refresh this. You can see here salary which is below the average salary per department. Okay, now we need to flag it, it is below average salary. So click on this and select here drive column transformation and name it below average flag. Okay, go to here and type here in string y. Okay, so if you want to preview, click on this optimization. All these are I'm choosing by default, and refresh this to see if you have any error. You can see here. If not, then you can see data. Okay, so these are the below average salary, so flag it y. Okay, salary is less than below average salary. So now we need to load, so we need to select here sync transformation to load data into Azure SQL. So select this. We need to create here destination data source, so we do not create here. You can also create data set by using this button. So click on this new button and select here Azure SQL. Navigate to continue button and click this, name it DS below average employee. Okay, so select here and we need to create here new table. So select this and DVO schema. I am using here table name TVL employee below average. Okay, this is my table name and this is my data set name. Okay, click this OK button. Here is the data set created and we also create new table. So setting, allow, insert. Here you can choose here table action none. You can also create, recreate table, truncate table. Okay, use tempdb to load data, and if you want to write here pre-SQL script or post-SQL script, this is uses for truncate table or drop index. You can use this pre-SQL script. Okay, to load data into destination. Error we do not want to manage, so uncheck this. Auto mapping you can uncheck and you can see here the column name incoming and this is a output column. Optimization, choose default. Here you can see the data preview. Okay, here is looking good. So now let's go to here pipeline to run this data flow. So click on this pipeline and create here new pipeline and go to here activity tab and select here data flow. Select here, go to here setting and select here data flow. Okay, parameter we do not have, so here only we need data flow and and all the choosing here by default. So now we need to run this data flow. So go to here button debug and click on this to run this data flow. You can also use here add trigger to schedule this data flow or run this data flow. Okay, so for now I minimize this, also collapse this. You can click here refresh button to refresh this status, and this is the duration you can see here, and this is the start time. Okay, activity type which is data flow. So let's wait. After 51 seconds, here is this data flow succeeded. So click on this and the row written in destination is 64. So let's go to Azure SQL and check it. So here is a table not available, so refresh this and click again. Here is table created. Now click on three dot and select. Here is the required data loaded in table successfully. So that's all about in this video. If you find this video helpful, please subscribe the channel and like this video. Thank you for watching.